That is what's going on Aus MassiveJoes Weekly.
What? Another delicious intro to MassiveJoes Weekly Word. The first episode for 2016 happens to be Weekly Word number 82, Big Neve.
We nearly went all of January without actually making a weekly word.
Close. We tried our best, man, but we thought we gotta drop at least one weekly word in January 2016.
Yeah, had to.
Had to be done.
Yep. But we're back. It's going to be a week. It's going to be a week. It'll be a weekly occurrence again. Now.
We're back in this bitch. Now we need a little bit of time for viewers at home who are unaware. We spent most of January at MassiveJoes strategically planning the business for the next 12 months. We do it every year.
Well, and you took 2 weeks off to go to Japan.
And this January has been particularly busy because I wasn't here for half of the motherfucker.
Yeah.
So that's why you haven't had your weekly dose of Weekly Word. But we're back in this bitch.
Do you know the amount of people that emailed me complaining about you not signing their shaker when they asked for it to be signed?
Well, it's kind of hard for me to sign shit if I'm halfway across the world now, isn't it, Big Neve?
That's what I had to write back and
Unless
say.
you wanted to express post that shit to Japan and then post that bitch back and then post that bitch out.
Yeah.
Anyway. Topics of discussion. Hold on.
It's a I would not even talk about
Oh, shit! Look at the penis toupee on the big hose.
It's terrible at the moment.
No, it's on point, man.
It's not, because it's too long.
No, well, I haven't seen Robbie, to be honest. I haven't seen Robbie since 2015.
Yeah.
Over a month since I've seen Robbie. And look, it's grown out. Look at it. But it kind of looks cool grown out, don't you reckon?
Nah.
No? It's definitely not tight. There's no tightness about it.
There's not very much.
But
there's not very much of a fade about it.
well, it's not the Fury fade at all. But I'm going to go see Robbie this weekend. So it's going to be tightened the up.
All right.
It's going to look epic. Topics of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock, new products coming soon, new article, Australian Supplement Awards and AskNeve.
Woo!
So back in stock.
Damn. First topic of discussion, Neve.
MTS Way is back in stock.
I miss Weekly Word. It's my weekly chance to interrupt Neve and everything he says.
It's already out of stock of peanut butter fluff and chocolate.
Yeah, we've had, considering it's been a month since we shot our last Weekly Word, we have had a lot of back in stocks. And viewers at home who follow all of our social media would already know what's back in stock.
Well, you put it all up.
So we could spend like 45 minutes now talking about what's come back in stock and then what has already been out of stock. But the most important one everyone wants to know about is MTS Way.
Yeah, so it's back in stock. Peanut butter, fluff, and chocolate out of stock, but all the other flavors are all in stock.
Yeah, we sold out of peanut butter fluff and chocolate like within a week.
Yeah. It wasn't good.
Anyway, next topic of discussion, Nick.
New products.
Yeah.
So the first new product is Core ABC, now available in apple teeny flavor.
Yep.
Okay, there's not one there. They f***ed us.
What is apple teeny, Neve?
An apple martini, I'd say.
Really?
Yep. It doesn't really taste like a martini, but it's definitely apple.
It's definitely apple. I would have gone with like apple candy.
Yeah.
Or something along those lines.
Not a martini.
It tastes like a sweet apple.
Come on, Douglas. MTS Machine ISO.
Boom!
Available.
New to Australia, man.
Chocolate and vanilla.
Yeah, and 2 sizes, 2 pounds and 5 pounds.
Is that a big one? Yeah, that's a big vanilla. You don't really need to see the tub,
Boom.
but there you go. What I held up before, so MTS Way is available in the pumpkin pie now.
Yep.
And also the Cinegram flavour.
The 2 new flavours.
Pumpkin pie and Cinegram.
Both still in stock too.
Epic, what the f is it?
Here, it's right there.
Epic Gains now available in cookies and cream.
In addition to the original caramel macchiato.
Yep.
Now cookies and cream.
Have you also getting quite good zoom and focus today?
Yeah. Got them high res settings in this bit.
They put Machine ISO twice on the list.
Really? One job! Dillops 2016 is not off to the best start.
MTS Machine Fuel is available in the 30 serve tub in a blue snow cone.
Only 30 serves at the moment. 95 serves will be here in March in the new blue snow cone flavour.
Crest bar is now available in the pumpkin pie.
Oh shit.
This has been a fair while.
Oh shit. What do you think of them?
They're better than I thought.
They're much better than I thought.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't go and get one and buy it.
If you had to rank it next to cookies and cream,
Nowhere near.
How would it rank?
Nowhere near.
If on a scale of 1 to 10, cookies and cream is a 10, what is the pumpkin make?
Does that make chocolate chip cookie dough a 12? Because chocolate chip cookie dough is the best flavour.
No, cookies and cream is the best.
No, it's not.
Everyone knows cookies and cream is the best.
It's about
Where does it rank?
it's about a 6.
I'd probably say the same. I'd say 6. It is cool though because it's coated. So it's got like the chewy Quest shit in the middle, and then like the crunchy shit on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we just left him in the heat too long.
Yeah, maybe.
We've also got TMJ apparel, the TMJ lanyards.
Oh,
I would never be seen dead in one of these.
I'm wearing one right now. Look at this. I got my car keys in my pocket, the lanyard hanging out, man. Look at that. Look at that.
Don't f***ing hit me with your lanyard, dick. Utopian.
Dexter St. Juck.
Utopian by De Novo, now in stock.
Anyone that's seen, what was that, Eddie Murphy Raw? Would get that. Sorry, what were we talking about?
No, Utopian is now in stock. I've been using that. I had that today for the first time in like 2 months.
I'm using it right now.
Thanks again, me one. But anyway, I've been using it for the first time in 2 months, and I answered my emails in record time this morning.
Would you not like some?
No thanks.
It's pretty cool shit. Raw reviews dropping. The raw reviews dropping real soon. I've actually got the tub here. How the f did... No, you've got a tub. Oh shit.
Well, you got the open tub.
Is this Utopia-ception?
That's your open
Anyway,
tub.
raw reviews dropping on it real soon. It's a very cool supplement, man. The cognizin, citicoline in there, amazing.
It is awesome.
It is epic.
How much caffeine's in there?
200 mgs per scoop.
Yeah.
So the good thing is it's not stupidly high in caffeine.
Yeah. So we're now stocked on the Outlast brand, Outlast Nutrition, which is an Australian brand.
Yep.
So we've got the Outstrip, which is their thermo.
Yep.
Their fat burner.
Yes, sir.
We've got Outrage, which is their pre-workout,
Yes, sir.
which you're a big fan of. You've been using.
I have trained on that 3 times so far and had very good workouts on all 3 occasions.
Just quietly has amp citrate for all you amp citrate fans.
Yes.
Outwhip, which is a protein mousse.
Also quite a big fan of
It's awesome.
It's good shit, that, man.
And Outfuel, which is their 4-on-1 BCAA ratio.
It's like, you know what the Outwhip is like?
What?
It's like the casein custard,
Yeah.
but more moussey.
Yeah, more whippy.
More like air in it. Like casein custard is dense,
It's like
custard.
it's been whipped.
And the whip is like,
Well, I think-
there's more air.
I think whipping it is adding more air into it.
You reckon?
Yeah. All right, so I'm So Alpha. Superfood.
Mike Rashid's I'm So Alpha.
Superfood.
Yeah.
Pre-Alpha,
Yeah.
which as you can guess is the pre-workout.
Yep.
And the BCAAs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which,
right
as
here.
you can guess, is a BCAAs.
Yeah. I've seen this before. Why the hold the tubs up, really?
I don't know. Dillip, I think Dillip, the cutting specialist, should be like cutting images on screen as we're talking about it.
Yeah,
There's really
don't say
no
that.
need for us to bring in. It takes Josh, warehouse manager, half an hour every week for Weekly Word to get all the tubs, bring them in. Then when we're finished, take all the tubs back out
Because
to
you
the warehouse.
and I refuse to go get the tubs, and you and I refuse to put them back.
Oh,
And you
shit.
don't really. Everyone knows what a tub of NTS weighs.
I think this is probably the last Weekly Word where we'll actually be showing tubs.
I'm embarrassed.
Dylan can cut some images in.
Just cut out that first scene, Dilly.
Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Coming soon.
Oh shit.
So we've got Core Pro coming.
Well, I'm just going to say, before you even get into the coming soons, there's a lot of stuff coming. Like the start of this year, the start of 2016, in terms of new supplements, is the most exciting that I can remember.
Yeah.
Like ever. In the history that I've been in the supplement game, I've been in this bitch 10 years. This is the most exciting start to a year I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like there is a lot of shit coming.
A lot of cool
So what you're about to go through is the shit that's coming in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Pretty much. 2 to 3 weeks. So hit it.
So Core Pro,
Yep.
Core ISO,
Yep.
Core Z's.
Now Core Pro and Core ISO will be here within 2 weeks.
Yep.
They are like, they're 2 weeks, they must be now like off the coast of Fiji or some shit.
Yeah.
If you think about where the ship travels
Yeah.
from the east coast of New York, comes back down through the Pacific Ocean on its way to Australia, there's got to be somewhere near Fiji.
Everyone knows geography as much as some.
About 2 weeks away.
What about Core Z's and Core Burn?
Those are about 3 weeks away. So So just behind the Core Pro Core ISO shipment, the Core Zs and the Core Burn Extreme.
An MTS machine filled 30 serve strawberry kiwi.
And Core Burn Extreme, it's not actually called Core Burn Extreme, it's called Core Burn Ultra. It's a reformulated.
So why are they written extra?
I don't know, mate.
These guys are
do not prepare the notes. I come in and correct the notes where they're wrong. Anyway, that's going to be a cool reformulation of Core Burn because it's not going to taste like the Devil's Anus. And 2 new flavors, mango and raspberry lemonade. We tried them both.
The raspberry lemonade is my favorite.
Mango is the tits.
I'll be honest, I couldn't drink the other one.
It's very tea.
It was disgusting.
If you like iced tea and shit, and this is what I said in the raw review originally, you'd like the Core Burn Ultra. If you didn't like tea, you're not gonna like the shit. Whereas these new flavors, there's no hint of tea at all in them at all.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
All right, next topic of discussion.
No, hold on, you missed one.
No, I said that already.
No, did you?
MTS machine filled 30 serve strawberry kiwi.
Strawberry kiwi 30 serves is about 2 weeks away. The 95 serve strawberry kiwi and blue snow cone available in March.
Yep.
Next topic of discussion, Neve.
So Jack Aus, the business development manager,
Specialist,
all around just it up.
Yeah.
He has just done a new article on learning how to squat.
No, learning how to squat ATG.
Ass to grass.
Ass to grass squats. One of the best articles Jack has ever written. And Jack has written them all, man.
Jack's gone balls deep in everything at the moment.
I think Jack has a sneaky source of utopia that he has been tapping into every morning and not sharing with the rest of the crew.
I think he's just pumping it IV.
It's just phenomenal.
IV.
Anyway,
it's
links
IV
in the description box. Go check that article out. Make sure you book yourself a good 90 to 120 minutes to read it because it's epic.
Yeah.
But some of the best knowledge bombs on how to go balls deep.
And it's even got pictures of Jack there.
With your squat.
And there's pictures of Jack's there too. Jack there too. If you don't like to read, you can look at pictures of Jack.
With him going balls deep in squats.
Which is one of my favourite pastimes.
Let's just make that clear. Jack going balls deep in squats.
Squats is a nice lady though.
Links in the description box. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Australian Supplement Awards.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Okay, I don't know about the Supplement Awards.
I specifically asked you before this. I said, do you know what you're talking about? And you're like, yep, I've read it all.
Yeah, I read all of it.
Next minute, get to the last topic of discussion before AskNeve. You got no idea.
No, because I thought I'd give the handball on that one.
All right, the Australian Supplement Awards, the second annual Australian Supplement Awards. So the first one was last year. Begins on February 1. For those of you who are aware that participated last year, real simple. You hop online, australiansupplementawards.com.au. You vote for your favourite supplements in each, I think there's 10 categories this year.
Yeah.
It's like protein powder of the year, pre-workout of the year, etc., etc., etc. There might be 12 this year. Doesn't matter. Anyway, you vote for your favorite supplement in each category. It takes you like 3 minutes. I think last year the average time on site was 3 minutes, and you can win some epic shit. The most epic of the shit being a return trip for 2 people to the Arnold Classic Australia.
Wherever you live.
It's amazing.
Yep.
And the Australian Supplement Awards, of course, promoted and supported by the Arnold Classic Australia.
Yep.
Link is also in the description box. If you don't want to type in australiansupplementawards.com.au, you can just click that link.
Vote.
Straight there.
All you gotta do is vote, and then you go on the chance. Also, another prize.
Costs you nothing. Also, but 3 minutes of your time.
I just want to say, another prize is also.
But don't click the link before February 1st, because the motherfucker won't be live. So hold up. February 1st. Cool. Who won the return trip last year? What was his name?
Big Ross.
Andrew Ross. And he brought his father with him, didn't he? And he had the best time, man. He hung out at the MassiveJoes booth the whole time.
Yeah.
He loved it. Epic. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Ask me.
All right, so now, we're changing up a little bit AskNeve for 2016 because Dilip has specifically requested that weekly word episodes go for no longer than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So in order to keep them under 30 minutes, every week we're opening up for AskNeve questions. So you can ask Neve every week. If you don't know how to ask questions, ask your questions and hashtag AskNeve, or hashtag AskNeve and ask a question in the comments to this video. What we're then gonna do each week is pick the 10 best questions, the top 10, based on mine and Neve's opinions.
I don't get to read them.
Well, based on mine and Dilip's opinions, we're gonna pick the top 10 and answer them
Where does Barney, is it 9 plus Barney or 10
Well,
plus
it's 9
Barney?
plus Barney. Barney always gets the last question.
Yeah.
So Barney, you can ask whatever you want because we know that you'll be sensible with it.
Yeah. Barney understands the power he holds.
He holds so much power. And then of all the other questions, all the other Ask Neves that get asked week by week, we'll pick the top 10. Now, if you ask a question one week, for example, and you don't make the top 10, but you think to yourself, that was a good question, that could have been possibly just left out, could have been number 11 or 12. Feel free to ask it again the next week and it might get rotated into the top 10.
But maybe try and spice up a bit, like put some like dragons in your story.
Yeah. Like the questions such as, what's your favorite BCAA supplement will never be in the top 10.
What about what flavor BCAA should I feed my pet dragon?
Yeah, see, that would make the top 10.
Yes, that's cool.
All right. Aaron Patterson wants to know, so these are the top 10 from this week. Hey guys, I have a question about progressive overload. I've always heard that this principle works great. What flavor should I feed my pet dragon?
What, you just got that, did you?
Yeah. It kind of went in and went out, and then I just digested it. It came flying back around. Okay, Aaron wants to know, I've always heard that this principle of progressive overload works great for strength and muscle gains. Is there a certain rep range or ranges that works best for this principle? So he wants to know, what's the best rep range for progressive overload training?
If you're looking at like strength training, it's like 5 to 5, 3, 1 reps. So
1 to 5 reps.
1 to 5 reps. You're low. If it's more muscle building you're looking at, is 8 to 12.
Yeah, but then is that still technically progressive overload, or is that now hypertrophy? Well, or can you have both?
You can have, because you still, if I get, say, the 60 kilo dumbbells for 10 reps, the next week I might go for the 62.5 kilos and try and get 8 reps, and then I work my way up to getting 10 reps. And I go up to 65, so it's still progressively. I'm either going to try and get more
But what's the ideal? Aaron wants to know, what's the ideal rep range for progressive overload? Like, what should you be like failing at rep-wise for a certain weight before you go on overload progressively?
I reckon, I think that for progressive overload, it's like, well, you can do it with any weight though, man.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what's the ideal? He wants to know what the ideal is.
8 reps.
I would say 8 as well. I think 8 is probably ideal, Aaron.
For a mixture of both.
Mr. Ball Change wants to know, when back squatting, I can't get below 90 degrees due to flexibility. So that means the angle between the bottom half of his leg and the top half of his leg 90. Can't go.
No, 90 degrees.
What do you call that?
90 degrees is your the top of your quad to the ground.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Very cool.
I'm 5'8" and 74.5 kilos. I squat 140 kilos for sets of 6 to 8 reps. I'm seeing YouTubers squatting 80G, but I can't get that low. Do you think my range of movement will hinder my training? Keep up the great work. Kane Silver from Wales, UK.
It depends on what your goals are, man. I mean, you're still going to, if you can just get to 90, I mean, you're going to be hitting mainly quad, and you're still going to be able to build impressive quads. Yeah. But then again, you still want to be squatting as deep as possible. You've already mentioned there what your problem is that you're not flexible. Yeah. Which a simple solution is stretch.
Work on your flexibility. Better yet, go check out the link in the description box, the article Jackos just wrote.
How to squat Arsenal.
And all the information's in there.
But everything, it's not just your quads, your hammies, your glutes, your lower back. I mean, it's also your calves.
Ankles.
Your ankles, every single muscle group. Your hip flexors, everything are going to determine how deep you can get.
Exactly, and different people's biomechanics will allow them to get deeper than other people.
But since you're only 5'8" and 74 kilos, there's no reason why you can't. If you're 6'5", I know it's a lot harder to squat ass to grass. Yeah. You're 5'8", so you should be able to squat ass.
Brad Cowdrey wants to know, hey fellas, I'm 20 years old and I've been training for 2 years, primarily focusing on powerlifting. My question is, in conjunction with a good diet and proper supplements, is HPN NR something I should invest in? I've watched the raw reviews on it, but I'm assuming because I'm young, the product's effectiveness won't be as good as others. Cheers guys, and stay massive. Thoughts? 20-year-old taking NR?
At 20, I think there's better things you could be spending your money on.
Yeah. The thing with the NR is the way the NR works, and you would already know this because you've seen the raw reviews, is it's gonna be more effective for people who don't have the same amount of NAD. And as you get older, the amount of NAD that your body produces decreases. So it's gonna be more effective for people who need to fill that gap in NAD, i.e. older people.
Yeah.
So it's definitely still gonna work, and it's still gonna have benefits for you at your age. But like Neve said, that, you know, $80 or whatever it is a month could probably be spent on food.
And it's not going to carry over, and NR is not in no way going to carry over to your physique at all, or your powerlifting. It's
increasing mitochondrial activity. You could put an argument that it will.
You might be able to add.
But I think you're spot on. I think at your age, Brad, your money can be better spent on other things.
Food, especially at 20, is where most of your money should be spent.
Most important thing. Kenai Chow wants to know, during the close grip bench, how should I engage my tricep more and prevent my chest and shoulders from taking over? Great meeting you guys in person the other day, and looking forward to meeting you again soon.
Make sure you're tucking your elbows in, is one of the main things.
Yeah.
Also lowering the bar down to like just below your nipple line.
Lower on your torso than you would for a bench press.
Yeah. I mean, if you're bringing it up, if your elbows are too high, you're not engaging. You're just bringing your shoulders and your chest into it. You want to tuck your tris right in.
We were talking about this. When we were talking about this a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about this close grip bench.
Yeah.
And I said I f***ing hate it for triceps. I think it's a shit tricep movement because you hit too much chest and delts.
I feel too much in my chest and delts. I'd rather do heavy dips for my triceps and put a lot of weight. I'd rather put a lot of weight through heavy dips than what I'd do through
100%.
Close grip bench.
100%. So
plus my wrists feel up and.
I think, to answer your question, how should I engage my tricep more and prevent my chest and shoulders from taking over? Don't do it. Yeah. Do dips instead, or tricep push downs, or something that's a much more tricep focused movement than close. Well, who the came up with close grip bench and said this is a great triceps movement?
I don't know.
How did someone do that? Because you know what would have happened? They would have been benching like normal and then come a little bit closer and went, oh, I feel a bit more in my triceps. This is now going to be a tricep exercise, and come closer and closer and neck minutes of tricep exercise when actually it's still a chest exercise.
Yeah.
Hate close grip bench. Will Wellank wants to know, what's up, mother? He must be a Periscope.
He must be.
Person. I've heard a lot from the scientific community within the bodybuilding industry that starting your day with a high-fat, low-carb meal is best for getting your body to use fat as energy. Is this true? Good man to be asking this question too.
Yeah, well, from the research that I've done, yes, it is. And I mean, that's personally what I do.
Yeah.
A lot of it, I mean, to do with your spiking your insulin first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
And when, especially...
What it's honestly, Will, what it's got to do with is you have to understand antagonistic hormones in the human body. So the main thing that you're dealing with here is you're dealing with insulin and its antagonist hormone, cortisol. Correct?
Yeah.
So when you wake up first thing in the morning, your insulin levels are probably the lowest they're going to be all day because you're fasted.
Yeah.
And therefore your cortisol levels are not the highest they're going to be all day, but they're elevated. Elevated cortisol, believe it or not, is really good for fat loss. So long as it's not too highly elevated. Let me rephrase that. Low insulin is good for fat loss.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to use stored body fat from fat cells for energy, you want to try and keep your insulin levels as low as you possibly can. The best way to do that is to avoid carbohydrates.
And it also helps with insulin sensitivity as well. If you have an insulin, carbs just once a day as well, or twice a day around workouts, rather than having it 3 or 4 meals throughout the day.
Yeah. So that's effectively what it comes down to.
That's right. I have just protein and fats. I have just proteins and fats for my first 2 meals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then so more than my 3 and 4th meal.
And more than, because I get this a lot as well recently, especially on social media, as people who came up with this idea. Was this a Ben Pakulski thing?
Ben Pakulski pushes it, but it's not his idea.
Well, anyway, I think Ben Pakulski's probably popularized this no carbs for breakfast bullshit.
Yeah.
And so I get a lot of questions about it, and it's not some magical dragon of Nevos that flies around and somehow if you don't have carbs for breakfast you're going to burn more body fat. It's simple manipulation of hormones.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Pocho Gonzalez wants to know, when I do dumbbell rows I can hit a 145 for 6 reps each arm. but struggle to hit 130 with barbell. Why is this happening? So effectively, with the dumbbells, he's doing rows, he can go heavier than he can with the barbell.
I mean, with your dumbbells, you can tend to put a bit of body English into it as well, especially just to, I mean, your mind is thinking of engaging just your right lat, for example, using just your right bicep to help roll it, your right rear delt, all those muscles are all working, and then you can obviously use a bit of body English and body language to roll it up. So I mean,
you're twisting, man.
Yeah,
that's what's going on. When you row with a dumbbell, you twist. If you can't twist when you rowing with a barbell. That's all it is. You're using more body English.
If you're there using exactly the same range of motion, exactly the same plane of motion,
it'd be
exactly the same body motion, you'd be pulling pretty much the same weight.
Bryce Lawrence wants to know, are there any reasons for taking whey protein powder post-workout if I am already getting enough protein in my diet? I'm currently using MTS whey post-workout. I'm just wondering if I should continue using it or just eat a whole food meal post-workout. Thanks for the awesome videos.
I personally do because I'm trying to hit more calories.
Yeah.
And also it's fast digesting protein post-workout for recovery.
Yeah.
That's the reason I do it.
Yeah.
You personally don't have a post-workout shake.
Well, not right
now.
At the moment, you don't. But I definitely will be working it back in because I love it.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's no real reason.
It's ideal. It's whey protein post-workout is ideal for stimulating the recovery process. That's why we do it.
Yeah.
Is it gonna make a difference to your goals whether you have a whey protein shake post-workout or whether you get protein from whole foods? It depends on your goal. If you're trying to maximize the post-workout anabolic window or trying to maximize how fast your body starts recovering from a workout, yeah, of course it's going to make a difference because whey protein gets into the bloodstream. Those amino acids get into the bloodstream much quicker than they would from a whole food source of protein. If you're trying to lose body fat, it's probably not going to make that big a difference.
The thing is, I mean, especially depending on where you train and where, like, if I sometimes train near work, which is like 45 minutes from home.
Yeah.
So I mean, the thing is, if I finish training at say 7 o'clock, by the time you around, say goodbye, drive home, get home, get out the car, get your food ready or get it ready, heat it up, you're waiting like an hour and 15 minutes.
It's not ideal.
Then by the time you've actually eaten it, it's like an hour and a half.
It's not ideal.
Whereas I can just go straight to my gym bag while I'm at the gym, get it out. Add water. And
throw that bitch down.
I've just had a shake 2 minutes after my workout.
Yeah.
Plus you can add your creatine, your glutamine in there.
That's it.
Shuttle straight to your muscles.
Jake Hearn wants to know, hey lads, normally I train in the afternoon or evening, but my schedule for the next few months means I need to train first thing in the morning. Sounds like someone I know.
JB.
Young Swolbait. I have to train first thing in the morning straight before work. Do you have any ideas for an easy, quick breakfast to get energy in before lifting that I can eat and then head straight to the gym? i.e. to avoid a bloated feeling but still have energy to train like a wild bull.
Most people, if they're stuck for time in the morning, plus if they don't really feel like eating, a lot of people don't feel like eating first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
If you're going to be eating like chicken and rice or steak and rice or something like that, not many people are going to eat it.
Yeah.
I personally just like eating, if I am training in the morning, I'll just have MTS whey, so I'll just make sludge and just put a bit of oats in there.
It's protein powder, man. That's the best way. Frankie Gong 13 wants to know, hey guys, I wanted to get your take on a term used often in the IFBB, growing into a show. I know there's other things involved here, but are genetics the determining factor? I heard a story about Kevin Levrone from Mark Lobliner where Kevin went from 170 pounds 12 weeks out from the O to 250 pounds stage weight on contest day. Absolutely mind-boggling. Would love a response and stay massive. Growing into a show, Neve.
I'm going to say something that the only reason these guys would be growing into a show is because of the anabolics they're on.
100%.
Number two, it depends also how, what am I trying to say?
Muscle memory, you're trying to say.
Not muscle memory.
No, you're not.
How they're going with, how aggressive they are with their diet and cardio.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of guys that you'll see don't lean up fast enough. So the last 6 to 8 weeks, what they're doing is they're trying to do 2 hours of cardio, 2 hours of weight training.
They're in a severe caloric deficit.
And 1,600 calories, for example,
Yeah.
while doing 4 hours of cardio a day.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to grow into a show doing that.
No.
If you start a lot leaner and you don't have to be as aggressive with your diet and as aggressive with your cardio,
Yeah.
you're going to maintain a lot more muscle mass, I believe, than if you're slaving away towards the end.
But that Kevin Levrone, 170 pounds, 12 weeks out, to 250 pounds on stage shredded.
That's 35 kilos in 12 weeks.
Yeah.
I think Mark might be pissing in the wind and telling it's raining.
Last question, Big Nevos, Barney Ong. Of course.
I have heard that story about Kevin Levrone though, but I don't think he's put on 80 pounds, which is 40 kilos of pure muscle in 12 weeks.
Well, probably more, because he wouldn't have been stage shredded at 170 pounds. He probably would have been, 8 to 10% body fat and then 4% at 250.
And especially, I mean, I know that people say that Kevin Levrone used to like taking a lot of time off. But in a year, I don't really see how someone can go from weighing 120 kilos.
That's a big loss.
To 80 kilos like he's never lifted a weight.
Yeah, Frankie, I question those figures, first of all. But as Neve said, growing into a show primarily is due to the use of performance enhancers.
No IFBB pro would lose 40 kilos every single year. They wouldn't do that to themselves.
Barney Ong wants to know. Well, they couldn't these days.
Yeah.
It's too competitive.
Yeah.
You can't. Look at Flex Lewis, mate.
Imagine if Kai Rock.
He's stage ready year round. Look at Kai Green. Look at Big Phil Heath, mate.
Yeah.
Lose 50 kilos in the off season. Impossible.
They'd be fucking keeping on and trying to put on 2 kilos or 3 kilos each year.
Barney Ong wants to know, what's up, Nevos? What's the biggest change you've seen in the supplement and fitness industry since you've taken an interest in it? And would you say it's changed for the best or for the worst? Thanks as always for answering my questions, fellas. Have a massive Christmas and a happy New Year.
I think a lot of the products are starting to get a lot more scientific.
You think that's the biggest change you've seen in the supplement industry since you've been in this month?
No, to where I'm going with
this. Listening.
When I first started, you had your main product categories. You had your protein powder, your BCAAs, your pre-workout.
Yeah.
Your protein bars. That was when I first started 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Or working with you.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, the different categories that are popping up, such as like your Utopian, your HPN NR, your nutrition partitioning supplements.
Yeah.
Those kind of things I think are the biggest change.
You think that's the biggest change in the whole industry? Of all the things, you think that's the biggest change you've seen in the last 4 or 5 years?
Yep.
Really?
What's the biggest you've seen?
I was going to say social media.
That's not to do with
It is completely to do with the industry.
Yeah, but it's not to do with the supplements. In terms of supplements.
But he didn't ask about the supplements. He said, what's the biggest change you've seen in... Okay, maybe he did. He said supplement and fitness industry. Well, I would say in the supplement industry, I would agree. If you're talking specifically about supplements.
Yeah. If you're talking about like the fitness industry.
If you're talking about health and fitness in general, I would say social media. Has completely changed the game.
I remember when Joe went through a box of tissues and through Happy Time when he got 5,000 followers and likes on the MassiveJoes Facebook page. Now it's up around 400,000.
Try 500,000.
Whatever it is, it doesn't matter to us. It's just numbers.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, obviously that's boomed, and you didn't so much have your YouTube celebrities like you do now.
No.
Your Facebook, your Insta celebrities. I mean, guys making a living out of Instagram. Well, Instagram wasn't around really then, was it? Instagram and that kind of shit. So you didn't have those, So I mean, that's one thing. You got a lot more fake fitness personalities and.
Would you say it's for the best or for the worst?
I think the social media is for the better because I think a lot more people are into the gym now.
Yeah.
I think getting out more pictures of healthy living and people with.
I think there's two sides to it.
There's two sides to every story.
There's two sides to everything.
But I think that the fitness industry, because of social media, where it was frowned upon and you're almost made fun of by your mates for prepping your meals and eating out of a container and not drinking alcohol on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
Now it's almost become
much more acceptable.
Yeah. But what about you in terms of the supplements?
Yeah.
What's the biggest change you've seen?
I'd agree with you. Just different supplement categories, for sure. But in things like Utopia, for example, nobody would have thought of doing anything like that. Like a mental focus, a cognition enhancing supplement.
Yeah.
No. Just wouldn't exist. Pharmaceuticals 5 years ago, yeah, absolutely. And I think that's probably where a lot of the inspiration has come from in the supplement industry is from pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
Because you're starting to get a lot of supplements now, like the stuff in this Utopia, this Cognizin, is used in the pharmaceutical industry a lot.
Yeah.
But this is the first time we've seen it in a supplement. So I think you're starting to get crossover between, you know, big pharma and big suppler.
Yeah, suppler. Yep.
Neve,
yes.
Do you have anything else you'd like to add? Just checking if there's anything I'd like to add. Just going to point out we've already shot on Dilip's chest 35 minutes.
I don't really
see how long we can push this one out for.
He's gonna go in there and get angry when he edits this, because he's going to see that like we called him out about those little errors.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it.
And now he's going to have to cut in the pictures of the supplements in the weekly word. This may be the last weekly word you guys ever see.
Yeah. Or you're hiring an assistant, so we'll just give it to him.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah.
Neve.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you'd like to add? I'd just like to point out, in case you guys, in case you guys didn't notice, Big Neve is an athlete.
I'm an ATP athlete for 2016.
Oh shit! To hit the subscribe button.
I've been sitting on Arnold and it's like, oh, I'm not taking away my secret.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. Stay up to date with all the latest editions of MassiveJoes Weekly Word and all the other deliciousness in our YouTube channel. Where are we coming to and from, Neve?
MassiveJoes.com.